Hi class, today in science we are going to read this book on epic. It is called Stickmin's Guide to Oceans in Layers. This will be in your epic mailbox. You can also search for it on epic by searching Stickmin's Guide to Oceans in Layers. Our homework today is to read pages 8, 9, 10, and 11 to learn about the sunlight zone of the ocean. Before we start reading, we can look at the table of contents. I really like the way that the author laid out the table of contents along with the pictures to show that we'll learn about the sunlight zone today, pages 8 through 10. We'll learn about the twilight zone, the next level, on pages 12 through 14. The midnight zone, a little bit further down, from pages 16 through 18. And at the bottom of the ocean, the black abyss, from pages 20 through 22. And way deep, deep down in the ocean's trenches, on pages 24 through 26. Today we will focus on the sunlight zone. We'll read up to page 12 today. This is an overview of the ocean and the 5 ocean layers: the sunlight zone, the twilight zone, the midnight zone, the abyss, and the trenches. We'll learn about the sunlight zone today. In our ocean's top layer, the sun's light flickers and flutters through the waters that teem with life. The sun's rays grow dimmer further down the layer. But these murkier depths are still full of brightly colored plants and creatures. Coral gardens. Dazzling corals are made of thin layers of calcium carbonate. This mineral is deposited by coral polyps, tiny soft-bodied creatures. Even smaller plant organisms called, I don't know this word. Let's see if Epic does. Oh, looks like they don't know it either. Let's see if we can tap it out. Zooxanthellae. Zooxanthellae? I don't know, that will have to be looked up later. Even smaller plant organisms called zooxanthellae live in the corals, creating their vivid colors. They use sunlight to grow and give off oxygen needed by the corals. Here I notice labels attached to the pictures of different creatures that live in the sunlight zone. Seaweed, it's not a creature, but it is a living plant. Seaweed lives here. Clownfish, jellyfish, coral, octopus, stingray, starfish, and this slope is called the continental slope. Let's learn about seaweed. Seaweeds are types of simple plants called algae. They grow and multiply using sunlight in their cells. Interesting. Some are a mass of curls or long, stringy threads. Others have bulbs of jelly along their fleshy blades. The bead coralline algae's hard blades are pink or purple. They create habitats for sea creatures. I'm noticing some fish near the seaweed in this picture. Why do you think the fish enjoy living in seaweed as their habitat? What do you think it provides them? Microscopic life. Swarms of microscopic phytoplankton or plants, and zooplankton, animals, begin our ocean's food chain. It's really, really, really small. A species called eukaryotic plankton. This is where our phonics skills come in handy, these scientific names. Eukaryotic plankton helps to regulate climate by absorbing carbon gases. Munch. This huge and rare sea mammal is a right whale. It is 50 feet or 15 meters long and weighs the same as 3 heavy trucks. Yet this massive creature feeds on tiny shrimp-like, copepods, swallowing up to 2,600 pounds or 1,180 kilograms of them each day. That is so much. It filters the copepods through 2 rows of comb-like plates called baleen. Here's their baleen. It looks like bristles on a brush. And these are the copepods. These are the microscopic life, zooplankton, animals, and phytoplankton, plants. This page shows human impact on the sunlight zone. Superhighway. The sunlight zone is a well-used highway for humans. We design gigantic vessels to transport vast quantities of goods across it, from port to distant port. We fish in it, exploit its richness, and extract oil from our depths. People go fishing in the ocean, and unfortunately, we have a negative impact on the trash. Trash islands, or islands of litter which have been dumped or washed into the sea, float into the oceans. Plastic bags gather in a massive tangle, dragging in fishing gear, bottles, boat parts, and other debris. Trash and plastics in our oceans is very harmful to all ocean life. You will also see ocean liners, very large ships on the ocean carrying different materials, and drilling and spilling. There are about 1,500 drilling platforms fixed above oil and gas deposits that lie beneath the ocean. Long drill bits cooled with mud are plunged down into the seabed to access the deposits. This page shows human impact on the top layer, the sunlight layer. Why do you think that is? Why do humans affect the top sunlight layer, but not the other layers as much? I do see some evidence of humans in the twilight zone, the midnight zone, and deep down in the abyss and the trenches, but I'm seeing most human impact on the sunlight zone. Why do you think that is? I'd like you to tell me your answer back on Seesaw.